Good morning, good evening, good night. Oh, I'm sorry. Good evening, good morning, good afternoon, anywhere you are watching this video. Um, my today topic is capacity. Capacity. Capacity have a lot to do. Capacity, because capacity in everything. When you know your capacity, you will know where you belong to. And then capacity is what that will direct our life, that we will not just do something miserable, especially when it comes to marriage. So my topic for today is capacity. This capacity is about marriage, because I see what is happening nowadays, and I see that it's something we need to talk about. We need to talk about this. We need to be very careful in everything we are doing, especially when it comes to marriage. I've seen that the youth of nowadays, we need to be very careful how we have children. We should not do it the way our forefather doing it without any provision. Because where this life is going, it's not how many children you have. It's about how you train them. We need to train our children. And how we can train our children, if you know your capacity, you will have something that will not be a problem for you. That will not be something you will regret, that why do you do it? Àwọn àgbàlagbà máa ń sọ pé ọlọ́mọ ló láyé, but no, that's òwe yẹn, that proverb is not real. Olówó ló láyé. When you work hard and you have money, you need to train your children. You can't just leave your children alone and say you cannot kill yourself. You cannot kill yourself when you know your capacity. And you have 4, 5 kids, 6 kids, and you cannot provide for them. You cannot meet their need. And the children are going in a bad way. They are growing up in a bad way, because when they look at their parents, they need help, they need this for school. The parent cannot provide it. The children started go in another way. They started do bad things that will destroy their life. That is why I said today, I need to come out and speak about this. The youth of nowadays, we need to sit down together. The partner, before you get married to a man, or before you get married to a woman, both of you need to sit down and say, let's talk about it. How far you can go when it comes to provide, when it comes to struggle, when it comes to fight for the family. Because when you have 4, 5 kids and you say you don't know how you have them, that's a big lie. You know when you sleep with your wife, and nobody can stop the work of God. Because I do not support abortion. So that is why you need to plan the marriage before you go into that marriage. You need to sit down with your partner and see how far your wife, how far your husband can go. If you know your husband cannot struggle, and you love, and you know that he is trying, it's okay. But talk about it. Let's have 1, 2. Let's have what we can care for. It's not something that you will bring to this life and you will just, and after all you say, oh, after everything you say, oh, I cannot kill myself. You can't take care of them. You can't provide for them. That is totally wrong. So plea that I'm saying is, whenever that we want to build a family, whenever we want to start a family, we need to talk about it. It has to be something that we discuss first. It's not just about I love you, I love you, I love you, and then after we started bringing the kid and everything polluted, everything become disaster. That is why we have a lot of children nowadays going in a wayward, going in the wrong way, because you will see, I watched a video on Facebook that the guy, that's a long time, maybe 2 or 3 years now, the guy said, oh, I want to build out for my family and I can do anything. Yeah, he can kill, he can go on the fraud, he can, because my parents were sober. And when they asked the guy, and he said, I have 2 brothers and 4. I have 2 brothers and 4 young. He have 2 young brothers and 2 young sisters. And I have 2 before him. That is too much. That is too much. We need to plan the future for our kid and for ourselves. When you are working, you need to plan for yourself too. That is why you and your wife need to sit down when you have 2 or 3, and you know the capacity that this is the thing you can take care of. This is what you can do. That you will do anything. You will work hard. You will make sure you provide for them, because these kids, they will go to school. You can't compare nowadays school to the 19th century, the century that things is good. Because going to school is not just by mouth, especially when they go to university. Before they can buy the handout, pay for the rent, school fees, food, and all other things. It's a lot of money. That is why we need to plan. That is why we need to make sure that we don't just do things. We don't just go into a marriage without planning. We need to plan. We need to know our capacity, where we are going, where we are coming from. How do we going to take care of the kid? How do we going to build this family, this marriage? And you, parents, you need to build for your future too. You need to do something, even because when the kids are growing up, when they finish, they started working, they can't just start and giving you money when you don't build anything, when you don't do anything for your future, when you don't do anything that you can rest on. That is why I say, if God bless you, now when you are young, use the power that you have to work. So when you have 1, 2, 3 kids, your capacity, if you know your capacity is just 1, don't have 2. It doesn't matter. When you train your kid, it doesn't matter when the kid is a girl or a boy. Just train them. Train them. Make sure you give them a sound education. Your capacity. This is what I can take care of. This is what I can do. And you give him or you give her a good education. And when the kid grow up, you yourself, you will not depend on that kid until the kid bring money before you can eat. No. That is why when you are young, you need to work hard and invest the money on something that can bring something back to you, that can bring money back to you. So when the kids are growing up and they go, you will not just depend on them. Don't depend on your kid, depend on yourself. That's why when you're young right now, invest your money. Many things you can invest your money on. You can buy as much as possible properties, buy land, buy house, build house. Even when you go, your children will have something to inherit. It's not that you'll be waiting for the kid to bring money to you. You know, that's why I say capacity. Build yourself. Know yourself. Sit down with your partner and know that this is our capacity. This is the length we can go. Don't go more than your capacity. Don't go beyond your capacity. Don't just do things without thinking. Critical thinking. Before you go to that marriage, you need a critical thinking. You need to sit down and think about the marriage. Don't just think about love. Don't just think about, romantic. Think about what will come out from that marriage. The kid, the children. When you have the child, 1, 2. Tell your partner, enough is enough. Because we need to build this kid. We know our capacity. We know what we can do. So by so doing, the future will be so beautiful. And you make sure you have God in your life. Have God and pray to God every day. Believe in God. Have faith in God. And pray for that family. Pray together with the family. Pray together with the family. Make sure that you don't go beyond your capacity. That at the end of the day, you will say, I'm tired. No. Do what you know that this is your capacity. Chuck, I know many women will say, I want to have as much as I want. No. Nowadays, things are not the way in the olden days. We want to give our child the best education. We want to buy our child good clothes. They want to have a good meal in their table. So when the food that can only take care for 2, 3, and you give it to, and you have 5, 6, 7, and now you say you cannot kill yourself. You brought them to this life. Yeah. You brought them. And the word of Ọlọ́run ló ń tọ́jú ọmọ. Yes. But it's not God that will buy them clothes. You need to work to buy them clothes. It's not God that will buy them shoes. It's not God that will give them food. It is you. The need for that kid. You pray to God. You pray to God to have all these things. But after you pray, because God already told you, He said, work hard. He said He's going to bless the work of your hand. This is the reason why you need to work hard. This is the reason why you need to work hard to take care of the kid. This is the reason why you need to sit down with your partner and discuss about it before you go into that marriage. Don't just bring a child that at the end of the day, you leave them and they live a bad life because they want something for themselves, something they have never seen, something they have never experienced in their life. I pray that the Lord will help us. The Lord will give us sound wisdom, sound knowledge, sound understanding to build, to train our kids, to train our children. So don't just bring a child that you said you cannot kill yourself. And I said it. Please. Olówó ló láyé, kì í ṣe ọlọ́mọ ló láyé. When you have a child, you cannot take care of him or her. You cannot send him or her to school. You cannot buy him clothes. You cannot do anything. The only thing, you just wake up, you say, go find food, go find anything. No. Let us stop this. Let us make sure that we know our capacity. Capacity have a lot to do. May the Lord bless us. May the Lord help us in all our way. Once again, see you next week by special grace of God. Once again, my name is Honorable Olanrewaju Moses. Bye.